Broadcast done. How's everybody doing since 2 days ago? I'm living in a night world where I sleep in the day and am up all night, and it's crazy.
It sounds like a lazy Stephen King novel.
It is. There's this clown right behind me. Anyway, so as I just showed Dan, I just packed up 10 copies of Slash, which we sold in the past like 3 days, which is this week has been pretty good because I think the site traffic is up a lot from the Erica Moen Ojoy sex toy ad on the side. Like a third of our traffic this week has been from that, and it's only been up for like 4 or 5 days.
Wow.
And yeah, and it's just like a static ad. And the combination of like Christmas and advertising, I was disappointed that the Mabim Bam spot didn't air, but maybe it will this week, and that should also be a nice little bump. I am happy that you guys told me that you had 2 cases left over because we're probably going to go through them. And yeah, so that's been good. I haven't checked in on money and stuff. I assume that's like 250. And then I've spent 120 so far on commissions. No, I'm sorry, 90 on commissioning art for Safe Words, and then there was some printing. So, where we were at last time, give or take 150, $200. Other things, I sent Shari back the results of our discussion from last 2 nights ago, and I'll just read it off to you. Spoke with partners and explained our situation. I think we can all agree to drop the color on the back of the pine pieces, especially if it will help mitigate the cost increase. Regardless, we are eager to move forward as soon as possible. And regarding PAX East, can't wait to make it another great show together. Shari's excited about PAX. She wants to know if she should make a table for us.
Oh, yes. That would be great.
Yeah, well, I don't know if I want her to make us a table because I don't know if we're going to be doing other shows that she's doing. She's doing Gamma, Origins, Essen, and PAX South. We're obviously not going to be at PAX South. That's like in 5 weeks. Origins?
Yeah, but we don't have to commit to other cons for a table at PAX.
No, I know. No, I don't mean, like, hold on, let me show you what I mean. So for the other Ad Magic tables, like, she's literally making, like, these are demo tables, right? It's like a stand, and then people play right on top of them.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, that's what I mean by when she's saying, should we make you a table? I don't know, because I think, that we're only really committing to PAX East, and we're only really committing to PAX East because we don't, I mean, it's like I feel, I would like us to get our own booth at PAX East, and if that becomes a possibility, I think we should still go through with it. I think sharing space with Shari is really good. Sharing space with the indie massive people, mass indie people would also be amazing. I still think that there are some options. It's good that we've got this kind of locked in. So,
I think PAX East did really well for us with Shari. I don't think there's a reason to deviate from it.
Okay, all right. If you guys, I mean, that's why I wanted to like go all in and be like, well, I think that this year we make it more because we're gonna have like. I think by the time PAX East rolls around, we're going to have like 5 products to
right,
sell.
But we're not going to have a ton of Slash to sell.
Yeah, that's true. But we're going to be pushing pack to pack.
Yeah.
We're going to have whatever else we make for PAX East for Slash, which I think is what we divert people who are interested in Slash to. We'll have Bad Habit, and we'll have copies of Safe Word if we go through with that, which again we can talk about in a little bit. And yeah, so I'm sorry, 4, and then core set of Slash. So, we'll have about half the inventory for Slash that we had last year. I'm thinking at this point. So. Actually, there is a chance that we may end up getting some. I think there are a couple other cases kind of floating out there. Dave Crocker at Myths and Modern Myths, he has some cases that he took to Kineticon and things like that, and then he's just like holding on to it for selling at various shows. But since con season's over, I'm going to ping him and see what the status of those other cases are, and maybe just go pick them up. There are out at the Booksmith in San Francisco, we had sent them 72 copies of it because they put us in their catalog. After the holidays, we'll find out how many of those are sold, and then whatever's not sold, we're gonna do a buyback at like cost. So we won't have to pay for shipping again on it. So aces. So that basically they sold a bunch, and then whatever they didn't sell, we're getting back, and it didn't cost us anything. So that may mean that we have a little bit more than we thought. But we've got some shows in January and February. So yeah, I reached out to Jonathan about Aresia. They don't have a table there, so that sucks. But he was like, "Hey, if you guys end up getting a table," and I was like, "Yeah, if."
Yeah.
I would love to share space with you, but fucking people. So yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen with that. Like last year we were doing demos at Aresia, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are they like really cracked down on backpack sales?
I don't know. I think you could get away with it. I think you could get away with it at the demos for sure.
Yeah, the demo table, like the demo room, was like woefully looked at all. As in, like, we were supposed to have like a set table, and like I was having a really hard time just finding anybody who knew what the hell was going on at all.
Oh, that's great.
So I mean, if nobody even knew, like, I finally found a guy who was sort of in charge of it, and he was demoing his own game. So I don't think there were that many people looking at what was happening.
Yeah.
It sounds like you have a baby.
Yeah, you think?
Is that Pepper?
Yeah, of course it is.
And actually, that sounds like Badurfi. Anyway.
Would you like some of my water?
Okay, so let's try and think of like an alternate strategy for that. I mean, if the demo...
Can we try to get demos going?
Yeah,
or?
I think we should. And if we can sell out the demos, that's great, because I don't think we've ever demoed a game and had people not interested in it. So that's, yeah. I mean, the other thing I would do is, I don't know, I've never been to Aresia, so I don't know like what the tone of the con is. Is it more like small rooms stuff, or is it like lecture halls stuff?
It's small rooms and then a lot of just hanging out in the lobby.
Yeah, it's a lot of pork. It's like PorkCon.
Okay, well then it might be. I mean, if we could do like literal backpack sales,
yeah,
that would actually probably be really good. But then that might really piss people off, especially if we're doing it like without the permission of the con, which we shouldn't do. So yeah, I don't know. I don't think we know anyone who knows anyone. The person that I thought we knew at Aresia never got back to me when I pinged them, so I got no in.
Yeah, I do. Does it say anything on their website about backpack sales?
No, I don't know. I should probably look.
I can try looking into that.
Yeah, so yeah.
Okay. And I told you guys that we have Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday table at TotalCon. I feel like this was a few.
Yeah, I think you did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's where we're going to be sharing. Indie Massive is going to be doing Dreamation that week. I keep calling it Indie Massive, but I think it's Mass Indie. They're going to be repping us at Dreamation, and we're going to be repping them at TotalCon. So cool. Yeah. So I got in touch with Danielle who was the girl that we had met at PortCon, and I just PayPal'd her money to do a sample card for safe words. I think that I think she could nail it, and if she does, then she sent us back a quote for like the estimated amount of work. She charges like $35 an hour, and then it's like an hour and a half for each piece. So if we do 16 pieces, it would be like $800. But I recounted, and we would actually probably only be doing 14 pieces. So, and if the sample card is in that, we've already kind of spent some of it. I don't know what you guys are comfortable with putting money down on the game. Like, do you feel like it's at a point that we could commit to investing in creating it? Like, is it ready for the public?
Sorry, wait, go back to that. Sorry. What was the last thing you just said?
Is it ready for the public, or do we need to slow the roll on it?
So, yeah, I don't
Dan,
know.
do you have anger?
Huh?
Do you have anger? I
Me?
think you have anger. Don't you have anger?
Yeah, I do.
I get it.
Yeah, I don't know. So I don't find Safe Word's a terribly fun game. That's just me though. If it gets play tested and other people like it, I think we should totally go for it. We just need a better consensus on from more people.
Yeah, no, that's where I liked seeing it play tested, and it brought up some new challenges to the design. I think there are things about it that are really neat. I would like to pump the brakes on it a little bit, though. Which kind of brings me to the next thing, which is, and this is more Dan because you're in like proximity to me more than Meg. I really want to get the regular playtest group going again. Like do like a every Thursday thing, where we're playing games and also play testing games. I'd like it to be a space where we're trying out weird new games, because that'll be a great way for me and Dan to seeing Mysterium. Obviously, makes you think of what a great combination. No one ever did this before. That's that. I find that to be really creatively empowering, and so I've got a stack of fucking games that are really, really interesting that I've read the rules on multiple times and have never played, but I'm really interested in playing them. And I think a combination of doing that and also playtesting some designs on a regular playtest group would be good. And I had been contacted by a few people who were interested in doing playtests, and we just don't do enough of that. So we should do more of that. Are you down?
No, I'm all for that.
Right,
and I mean, will the regulars come back at this point? We need to dig up more people. I think we should dig up more people anyway. But
yeah, I think we can dig up more people anyway. I would love to hang out with Ashley and Beth again. So I'll definitely get in touch with them. But even if we have a larger group, a larger than necessary group of people, and maybe be able to do a two-table thing sometimes if a lot of people show up. But it's like party planning. You invite twice as many people as you want to show up because half of them are gonna have something else to do anyway.
Okay.
But I really want to get a regular, I want it to be like poker night. This happens on the reg. So Dan, at some point, if we're going to get together tomorrow to trade back games, we should maybe just do a little offline conversation about where, when, what you're comfortable with, and that's
sure.
it. Cool.
So, from chiming in from my side, remember that I do go to the Game Makers Guild probably about once a month. So if you want me to bring games there to play test.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I think I'd love it once I get this stuff in for you to take. I would say to take Bad Habit, but I feel like that's been set. There was a little bit of tweaking that we just did to it, but I feel like that game is DUN done.
Yeah, that no, I think it is too. I think it's great. It's really good.
And so I think definitely, probably with safe words, then we do that, or with the RPG stuff. I don't know. There's a bunch of.
Yeah. But in terms of the artwork for Safe Words, I mean, for the pricing, it's all going to be about the ROI on it. It's got like, I don't want to commit to any money on it until we know what we could potentially get. And I'm sorry with Dan, I think we said that we need some rules on it. I think looking for artists is fine, but I don't know. Like, I don't want to throw down $800 on it right now.
Yeah. No, I agree. So I want to slow up on that one and still do some. I don't mind shelling out some money to get some sample pics from people because I want to have regular communication with artists that we might end up using.
Right.
Yeah, that's fine.
That could be useful for other games too.
Yeah, like before I had approached Danielle about doing art for the Big Dumb War game, but we never made it happen. And there's a bunch of stuff coming up. Like I think the problem with a lot of the games that I've been making for the past few months is I get them into a point where I am like, okay, that's done, and then I just never have the opportunity to really do it. Like, I feel like we could totally play a session of Camp Powerful just start to finish, and it wouldn't matter. Like, it's like that game is complete in my mind. Maybe it's not all written out in the most intelligent way, but like, there's character generation and like rules for taking actions. Like, that's functionally all you need.
I went through the document. It needs to be cleaned up because I gleaned most of it, and I think you're right. I think it is definitely ready for playtesting. But if I were to take that document without having talked to you, I don't think I'd be able to play that game.
Yeah, well, that's Dan. This is why you're my partner.
No, I know. No,
I need someone who can translate me.
Yeah, no, I know. That's actually one of my tasks to do. But and that's actually one of the things that I wanted to discuss with you. But when you were comfortable, when you felt like that game was out of your headspace, I was going to go and go ahead and start doing that. But I know you don't like me fucking around with your document.
No. As long just save the original word vomit that I put in there, and then or just kick it down to the bottom. Like everything above this line is rewrite, and just go for it. I would rather that be constantly happening.
Okay.
Because right now, sometimes I feel like I'm generating stuff. Like I work in a cave, I feel like I'm generating stuff and throwing it into the back of the cave.
Yep.
And that's I had mentioned the trenches in death. I keep thinking about that. There's a lot of dumb things going on in my brain that I have to pump out, and I really need help with that.
That's fine. I can get on that. That's cool.
Okay, and then so I think in the meantime, what we could do if we wanted to even. All right, now we can talk about that another time. I was trying to think of what kind of minimum viable product could we do with safe words just to get something out, because it's generated some interest. I think people want to see it. They want to try it. And so maybe we can write up maybe we'll write up some beta rules for it based on our last playtest, and then just make it available for people. We'll put a real I can upload something to drive-through card that's this game is $5, plus shipping, and people can have at it, and maybe we'll see some response from it. Maybe we won't. Who knows?
For safe words?
Yeah.
What are we going to do about the artwork on that? We can't sell that.
Oh no, I'll make some vector stuff.
Oh, okay. All right, cool.
I'll reimagine the art or something.
Okay.
So that we're not using people's photos. That's not very challenging. Speaking of which, I had actually gotten back in touch with Veronica, or Ronnie, I guess is what she is most often referred to as, and kind of explained this is my fault because I had mentioned scalability as something that I was really interested in, and I didn't tell you don't do vectors. So anyway, so I sent her an email back. I don't know where we go from there, but yeah, that's in the wind. I think that's it for me. I wanted to work on 2 different blog posts. Although I'm going to do a thing for Mysterium. And this is the other reason I want to do a regular play day thing, because I'm not getting enough exposure to new games to like write up 20 Days of Games things on them.
I'm going to do a blog post too for Tiny Epic Kingdoms, by the way.
Oh, that's great. Excellent. I started working on. I just put like the title down for one post, which is like act like you're working with people, as opposed to like, because we got good response for the production process, the production proof post, and I wanted to just talk about, when you're making something. It can be really easy to dehumanize a service, right? Who's providing to you, like a factory in China, or like drive-through cards, or like Ad Magic, or anyone who's providing materials for us or anything. But the only reason that we've gotten good deals from people is because we've talked to them like people and like connected with them as people.
Yep.
I think a lot of people who are making stuff, they either view it as, well, you need to be like a totem networker all the time, or you need to just be like business, numbers, and it's really not. It's just recognizing that other people make a living off of what they do, so you need to be professional, but you also need to remember that they're people. And I think it's a really important lesson for someone who wants to be creative and be productive. Because if you can't treat people like people, you're going to be really creative and then really frustrated that everything's really expensive and you have to jump through all these fucking hoops to get what you want. So there's that. And then a while ago I'd been listening to Sleater Kinney, and they have a song called You're No Rock and Roll Fun. Did you ever hear that song?
A long time ago. I haven't listened to Sleater Kinney in years.
So you should go listen to it again, because Sleater Kinney is amazing. But the song actually, I'm going to go pull all the lyrics, but I think it's a point-by-point lesson in how to make a good game, or how to make any creative product, because I don't know, it's just like a weird extended metaphor for making sure that not only is what you do good, but that what you do is for people and excites people, and it faces them, not you.
What's it called again? Sleater Kinney.
You're No Rock and Roll Fun, and it's just all about like pretentious, like rock band dickheads who aren't having fun. They're all up their own ass, making things for themselves. And it's just like that ethos of, you make things, especially in like board games, I'm making things to spend good times with people.
Right, yeah.
I want those times to be good. Uh-oh, Meg lost a connection.
Yep.
All right, well, oh, there she's back. So I was going to write up a thing on that, and then, yeah. Ooh, we're enhanced by magic wands.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
All right. But that's, basically it. Are we doing holiday stuff for each other? Didn't we do that last year?
Yeah, we did a little bit. I'll be frank with you guys. It's up to you, but like I'm kind of broke right now.
Yeah, me too. Working only 2 days a week is very liberating, but also very constraining. So.
Okay, yeah. Let's. If you guys don't mind, I'd like to skip it this year. I'm just broke.
Cool.
I think we should try to get together again. That should be our holiday thing.
That would be cool. I could get down with that.
Get down on it. All right, I'm gonna go stay up till 4 a.m. doing something, trying to get my circadian rhythms back in order.
Enjoy.
Good night, Pepper.
Good night.
Good night, all.
Bye.
Night, guys.